If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Buy merch indeed. A child shall lead them. We are now set for the main event. This is the band Motley Crue. Some of you guys have probably heard of this band, Motley Crue. So let us check them out. My partner in crime is away, so unfortunately, you guys are just gonna have to hang out with me until my partner in crime returns.
I'm coming.
The name of this song is Wild Side. That's the name of the Motley Crue song, and so we will be doing that once it downloads. Because...
All right, so this is for the big homie Jacob. He said, I wish to go the extra mile to bring you my all-time favorite song, Motley Crue, with their best song ever, Wild Side, from their Girls, Girls, Girls album. Hope it's not too cringy for you all.
So I'm still trying to find this song, so give me a second, dear listener, but go ahead. Are you okay? All right, we got one more song to do. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. It's Wild Side by Motley Crue. This counts as a hair band, right? Motley Crue? Is Motley Crue a hair band? Type 22 if Motley Crue is a hair band. I don't know if they're a hair band or not. I don't know if you would count them as a hair band or not. But let's see. So Wild Side by Motley Crue. Have you is this a band that you grew up listening to or no?
No, definitely not. Every time I hear Motley Crue, I always think of, you know those, what's it? It's like the Motley something. I thought it says Motley Crue, but it's like comedy, but it's political satire.
Monty Python.
Monty Python. That's what it always makes me think of.
Really?
Yeah, every time I see Motley Crue. I mean, do you find those funny? Monty Python?
I haven't watched a lot of them. Somebody told us one time to do like a review of a Monty Python skit, but I never did. Okay, but I'm pretty sure they're funny because I hear everybody talk about them. All right, guys, here we are. The final song of the day, Motley Crue. They are one of the founders of hair bands, glam rock to be specific. I have a glam rock setting on my amp, and it sounds like absolute trash. So that tells me I would have failed miserably in the 80s.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks hairband.
I would have failed miserably. All right, guys, here we go. Wild Side, Motley freaking Crue. Let's do this ish. song because we've already done it. I was like, yeah, this doesn't sound familiar. We confirmed that. We already did it. Okay, that means we have another song to do. That means you didn't put the thing off Trello? Is that what
No,
happened?
I emailed him and he didn't message back, so. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So
So,
then it
we
just kinda
owe
sat
him
there.
another song. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
so
waiting
then
for
we
his
have to do
response.
another song.
Yep.
Then hold on.
Yep.
Actually,
sorry.
Actually, what do you mean sorry? I'm not sorry to any of you. Who cares? All right. We have another song on the way then. Let me check because there's a guy that sent me a message a couple of days ago. So we'll do his song.
And we're just going to jump him.
Wild side. Dun, 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 dun. Shout out to Revo or anybody that caught that. That would be great. All right, let's see here. Sent email. Talk to the people.
Yeah, I'm looking for this because I don't understand how come I'm not seeing it. It's definitely there. I wonder if it got blocked. Okay. Yeah, all right. So it looks like we're going to be doing another one. If you don't find that one there, we've got a whole list
Yeah.
to choose from. That is weird because it did kind of sound familiar. But
Yeah, the riff and all that.
yeah.
It did sound kind of weird. Thank you for that, by the way. Could you please talk to the people?
What do you mean? Thank you for what? Okay. I'm pulling up the stream.
What happened?
No, it's not going to be a Motley Crue song at all because we already did it. So how has everybody been? Are you guys Dwayne, I have a list.
Yeah, I bet you do, Dwayne. I bet you do.
Does Vin and Sori Live do songs twice? There's still hope for I Am the Walrus reboot. Yeah. Oh, we have another Monty Python song coming in the next A99 stream.
There it is. There it is. Power Slave is the name of the band.
Okay. What's the name of the song?
Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not good at this. Oh, there's a gaming convention coming up next week in Indianapolis. Do you live in Indianapolis, or are you gonna go there to it? Yeah. It's Maiden? I don't know. Are we doing a Maiden song?
I doubt it.
Okay. I have not received one of those, if that's what you're looking for. Unless you tell me the song. I already made cards for everything, so.
The guy's last name is Batista. You know where you go in and we see the people that sent stuff?
What do we got for the greater that's paid?
No, it's a Power Slave song.
What's the name? Tell me, Power Slave?
Power Slave, yeah. I don't know the name of the song, but the name of the band is Power Slave.
No, I don't have anything.
Where are you at, Batista? There it is, right there. Aha! I found you.
Oh my gosh. What was the date on that?
That's the YouTube thingamajiggy.
Oh my god. You talk to the people. I can find it over here.
You can find it in PayPal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how that was missed.
I will talk to the people then. All right, guys. So we got one more song for you guys. It's from a band called Power Slave. I don't know exactly the name of the song. As soon as we find the song, we will do it. Let's see. Negative vibe. When they film the commercial and people actually start coming to these live streams, maybe Dwayne. Or is it Maiden? I'll take a maybe, Amy. Power Slate?
Yeah, this? Is this the one?
Yeah. There it is. Just all you have to do is copy that YouTube thing right there.
I'm pretty sure we do have him here.
You do? Okay.
For the greater good, right there. It's right here. And that's the exact thing that he wrote.
Okay, so the greater good of God. Okay, so it's actually an Iron Maiden song in 2007. Okay, do me a favor and scroll back up there again.
Yep. Well, if it's on Trello, you can click the link right there. I moved it.
Oh.
So it's right in the live stream thing because we've got the...
Okay, let's do it. Where is it?
You've refreshed your page?
Oh, there it is.
And
right
there it is.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right, guys, here we go. Iron Maiden for the Greater Good of God is the name of this song. And it's them live, so hopefully this will not
From 2007.
Hopefully this will not get blocked. And I think we've already done For the Greater Good of God, but not the live version yet.
Okay.
Right?
You want me to look?
Yeah.
Okay. I can look. What is happening? Am I on the wrong channel? No. No, I'm not seeing anything For the Greater Good of God.
Okay. Well, then this will be the first time we've done it then. All right. For the Greater Good of God, Iron Maiden Live is the name of this one. We finally figured it out, thank God. Bless God, we finally figured it out.
Okay, so this is for the big homie Hernan. He says, "Hi guys, I hope you and the children are doing great. We are. Thank you for asking. Tough times as we mourn our children and trying to find answers to all the hate and violence in display. Says there's no such thing as too much Iron Maiden. Here's one from Download Festival 2007 for the Greater Good of God. The big contradiction in life as we fight for peace. Also in Maiden news, they're finally back on the road after 32 months grounded by the pandemic, and we'll catch them in Tampa, Florida in September. Also, happy birthday to Maiden's drummer, Nico McBrien, who just turned 70. Still going like a champ. Up the irons and be well and be safe."
Okay. Here we go. Iron Maiden for the Greater Good of God live. Let's do this shit. Go!
Where did we go? Are we lost?
Did the sound cut out?
No, there it goes.
Okay.
A man of holy war. Too many sides to you, don't know which anymore. So many full of life, but also filled with pain. Don't know just how many will live to breathe again. A life that's made to breathe destruction or defense. A mind that's made corruption bad or good intent. A wolf in sheep's clothing or saintly or sin. Or some that would believe a holy war winner. And while I've been shots, many party blows. The line shots beyond the ways that only God would know. And I see Lord's in heaven, or it could be in hell. I feel he's looking down, or looking from below. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me no one will be. the cross to die for all of those who never mourned his loss. Wasn't meant for us to feel the pain again. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Okay. I am super glad we got to review this one because we did a live version of For the Greater Good of God, but we did the 2019 version, and Bruce Dickinson had gotten his throat cancer in 2015.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the 2007 version before.
Okay.
So because when I heard the 2019 version, I was like, oh, I was giving him props for like being out there and still doing it even after he got throat cancer. But it was really cool to hear this 2007 version and be able to hear what it was really intended to sound like, because it was kind of off in the 2019 one. So that was really cool. So thank you, Hernan, for bringing that version to us. Did you? Because remember how tired his voice was in the 2019 one?
Yeah, and his energy wasn't the same. It wasn't the Bruce that we were used to. So this song, I talked about this yesterday. We were talking about the last song that I did, and I said that middle part I was the most proud of.
Yeah. Because
it was a way of being heavy. Because I think it's a heavy part. But it's not, chunking on the low E string all the time, and it's not really about, chug-a-lug, as Ben said. It's more about tempo and about tension, and it was really Iron Maiden that really, like, that whole paradigm to me is like, yo, there's a different way to be heavy. Because there's a Korn way to be heavy, which is just down to, like, hard grooves. That's heavy. And then there's, like, Metallica heavy, which is thrash metal, like, crazy, drumming and shit. But then there's Iron Maiden heavy, which is it's heavy because it hits a different part of you. It's inspiring. The what they do with the chords, their progressions, it's inspiring. And that was really about 3 or 4 years ago when we started the channel. That was like a big thing for me when I started listening to Maiden. I was like, found myself like headbanging. I was like, yo, this is not like or this is a different kind of heavy. And obviously for me, all this stuff is new, but I mean, it's not new. I mean, it's been metal since whenever, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so, and that's why like that middle part of the song, like I'm so proud of it because it's like, okay, like this is something I would hear, with Iron Maiden and all the rest of it. And it's something that I came up with, so I'm pretty happy about it. But
I feel like Iron Maiden has a sort of like familiar sound to them, like that.
Yes.
Like familiar as in, because there's familiar that could be negative, and then there's familiar that's like sort of comforting, and the sound that Iron Maiden puts out, like I can't compare it to anything besides like it has a sort of family. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, that's a weird way to put it, but that's the best way I can explain it. The familiarity feels like you're kind of a part of the family. And I like that. I like that sort of feel to it. And yeah, it has the heavy angles to it, and his voice is so like timeless because I mean, when did this song originally come out? In 2000? Oh, release date is 2006. No, it can't be. Yeah, 2006.
Yeah.
So this is only a couple of years after. Well, 1 year after it came out, we saw the live version. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, like the guitar work for me is crazy. I mean, they've got 3 guitarists because basically one of the guys left, they replaced him with somebody else, and then the guy decided to come back, but they didn't want to cut bait with the other guy.
Oh, really?
So they have like all 3 of them, which I think is so brilliant, especially for Iron Maiden, because Iron Maiden really is a they're a guitar-driven band.
Yep.
I think like that's like Nightwish is not a guitar-driven band. The guitars are there basically to, set the stage for the vocalist, because in all cases when they had a female vocalist, they had like a top 1%er for the vocalist. So I get like you would just use that as a framing to surround the vocalist. But Iron Maiden is they're really a guitar-driven band. But what's unique about them is they have a vocalist that's out of this world. And so you're able to combine both of them. And I
see what you're saying.
I think there's lots of bands. There are a lot of bands that combine guitar and vocals well, but I think they've codified a certain style that you have to give credit to.
Yeah.
And so like I really 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 appreciate them because they did a good job. They did a good job in codifying a style, and I think they were probably the first to really combine, like, we're going to emphasize guitar and the instrument as well as the vocalist himself is essentially an instrument as well. His so I thought that's the thing that kind of sets this band apart. Like, I remember, like, growing up, in Maine. And I remember it was Jim and Steve. These were the two guys on the block. And they were arguing about Metallica and Maiden. And they were going back and forth. And I just remember being like, okay, I don't know any of these bands or whatever. I was just interested in riding my bike. But they got really, like, animated by it. And it's funny to me.
I bet.
It's like, I probably like Metallica more because I own Metallica music. But here's the difference for me with Iron Maiden and Metallica. Maiden will do like a 30-year-old song, and you'll have 15, 16-year-olds in the crowd singing word for word along with it with like with massive passion. Yeah. Whereas you go to a Korn show, the median age is me. You go to a Metallica show, like, yeah, there are young people there, but Maiden, I just think Maiden probably gets the edge just because, in my mind, just because they seem to be more timeless than Metallica. Like the Kill 'Em All record, for example. Like I don't think you could play any of the Kill 'Em All stuff today and like have it pass as a song. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I think 50 years from now, if people are reacting to Iron Maiden, they're gonna like this song. I think Master of Puppets, obviously, like, yeah, definitely, but like Maiden did it every single time. It seems like to me,
consistency.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they did it every single time. And I agree, they're apples and oranges. But as far as like who came up with the better formula, one thing I will say about Metallica is it seems to me like if you look at Metallica's discography, they reinvented themselves a lot more. They went to different places musically. I mean, they came out with a new metal record, for example. The Saint Anger record. It didn't do well, but at least they tried it. The Black Album is completely different from the Puppets record. So I would say that Metallica was more experimental.
Yep.
Whereas Maiden pretty much stayed within their own wheelhouse.
I'm saying they're very consistent.
A person could say, well, they made the same record a million times. Like, like people say that about AC/DC. I don't know if it's true or not. But, yeah, it's just different. If I'm asking, like, who took more risks or who tried to expand themselves more as musicians, I would give it to Metallica.
Right.
But, who is more accessible, I would give it to Maiden. Like I said, I'm blown away. Like every time I see a Maiden like live show and there's like very, very young people who this guy could be the grandfather of easily. And they're singing like their hearts out, and they're just more, I think they're more timeless, and I think they've mastered they've again, yeah, they did the same thing over and over again, maybe, but they've mastered it to the point where it doesn't matter. It's like Mariano Rivera. Mariano Rivera had one pitch. It's a cut fastball, 96 miles an hour. Knew it was coming inside. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
ERA under 1 probably. Something like just unbelievable guy. So, there you go. So that's how I feel about Maiden. This gets a 10 for me. We've heard it before, blah, blah, blah. But that's why I'm giving it a 10 because
Well,
of,
yeah,
because of their ability to do it.
And like I said, I'm glad that we were able to hear, you know, this was a year after it was put out, so you're really hearing what they wanted it to sound like. I'll match you a 10. Yep.
All right. There you go.
Shout
There you
out-
are, dear listener.
Shout out to Hernan, our
Batista.
big homie. Yep.
Shout out to the big homie Batista. Thank you to everybody. Shout out to all the Ronins. Long live Ronin gang. We will see you guys soon. Vin